Today I'd like to talk about something that's really overlooked in speech therapy. When I was in speech therapy, I remember therapists emphasizing phrasing. Maybe some would emphasize breathing. But here's the one that I came across by watching TV broadcasters, by watching public speakers, and trying to figure out what they're doing to be such effective speakers. And that is to use inflection in their voice, to use what I call emphasis. And of course, when I do emphasis, I also use my hand motions. Because as you remember, I used Matt Lauer as a model, and he uses his hands a lot. And so, well, I guess I do too. So often I hear stutterers speaking in a monotone voice. To me, that just makes it harder to speak. When you're in a monotone and you're not emphasizing, it's hard to get in your phrasing. It's hard to breathe right. You need to change that, I feel. Use emphasis. By using emphasis, you set up your phrasing and you set up your breathing. You also give your speech a nice rhythm, and that'll make it much easier to maintain good, effective speech. Think about when you sing. Do you stutter? No, of course not. How is it different? You breathe before a phrase, and you bring emphasis to certain words. And as you bring emphasis, you use up your breath and more cleanly move into your next phrase and your next breath. I once met a yoga teacher. This was pretty interesting. And he gave me this very helpful tip, not related to my speech, just toward relaxation. He said, as you breathe, completely empty your breath. Use all of the breath. And he would actually put his ear real close to where I was breathing. And he said, if you do that, you'll find that you actually gain relaxation as you breathe, and in this case, as you speak. And better yet, in our case, as stutterers, your phrasing will be much cleaner, much clearer. The whole system works together. The breathing, the phrasing, the emphasis. So don't do one of, and if you don't do one of those, the whole system gets messed up and you increase your chance of stuttering, or at least I do. In my previous videos, I used John F. Kennedy's "It's not what you can do for your country, it's what your country can do for you" speech as an example of breathing and phrasing and emphasis. Just imagine if JFK said that famous line without emphasis. Would it have become famous? No, I don't think so. Would we still be repeating that line 50 years later? Nah, of course not. By adding the emphasis with the phrasing, with the breathing, you get the full effectiveness of JFK's words, and you'll find you'll become a much more effective speaker, and in turn, your stuttering will become, I think, a lot less pronounced. Try it. From now on, whenever you speak, use emphasis with your phrasing and your breathing. You may find, like I did, a real improvement in your speech. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to speaking with you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.